everybody, welcome back to another video. It is me, Trash Salsa, and today we're going to be doing a versus video between the one and only S-223 and the one and only Sears fan 8121. Which one's better, you may ask? Well, let's get into it. So, I don't want to be wasting your time, so let's get right to the pros and cons. Let's take a look at the S-223. S-223, for pros, it's got the bigger blades, or wider blades. This induces quieter noise, which I'll show you later on. And it conducts a little more air, opposed to these other blades, the D shape. But yeah. Another pro is the terracotta orange color. Really fly and swift. It looked nicer on the S-223 fans, or any fan actually. And another pro is the treasury badge. This little thing. This is rare because the treasury is like a JCPenney side store, because JCPenney sold clothes and some other garbage, but they wanted to make a treasury store owned by them so they could sell more stuff, but it didn't last too long, and somehow Lakewood snuck into that and was able to sell the treasury fans. I haven't seen a single S-223 with the treasury badge. I've seen like Pencrest fans and some other modeled ones, but not an S-223, so I'm not sure how rare it is, but as far as now, it's rare. Cons. What's so bad about the S-223, you may ask? Well, I'm going to answer you right now. Cons is sharp edges. That right there is why we never saw an S-223 3rd gen. It was canceled in the 80s. Another con is the handle. As you could tell, it's not the original handle. I bought it without the handle, so I put that rope on there. So that was pretty cool. Cons. Squeaky knob. I'm gonna have to turn this circuit protector off for a second so this fan doesn't turn on, but yeah, that's gonna get annoying after a little while. So get used to it now. So, we've seen 3 pros and 3 cons for the S-223. Now, let's take a look at the Sears fan. It's got its little problems too. Sears fan, for the pros, it's got the penthouse control. I don't know, but it just seemed cooler. I don't know if I just did that, but content. Another pro is the thermostat. Let's be real, no one actually uses the thermostat, but some people do, and it's kind of cool. More controls. More funness, if that's a word. Pros, longer plug. You see this cord here for the S-223? That's about as long as it is. That's pretty much as long as it'll go. Now look up here. Look at that giant wad of cord. Yeah, I know. Sears fan, it's got a little bit of range. Let's talk about the cons. What's so bad about the Sears fan? Well, the handle is sharp, and you probably don't know what I mean, but it's just like carved plastic. So after a while of holding it, that starts to dig into your skin and it starts to hurt, like really bad. So what I have to do is I usually switch hands so that doesn't hurt. Another con is manual motor oiling. Why is it so bad? Well, let's be real. Someone's just gonna want to go over here and oil the oil port on the Westinghouse motor on this fan. No one's gonna want to sit here and take the entire plastic Sears motor apart just to oil it, just to get a good performance. I got lucky. When I bought this fan, it was already oiled for me. So there you go. Another con is the thin blades. There's not really a big thing, but it's just better to have the wider blades because thinner blades are a little more louder. They don't conduct as much air, and they look a little, I don't know. I mean, it suits the Sears fan well. That's probably an insult, but yeah, there you go. 3 pros and 3 cons for the Sears fan. Now let's get into the performance. Now I'm only gonna run the fans at low because the low is the best way to describe it. It's all about which fan is quieter. I mean, I did say the S-223 was quieter, so let's put that to the test. Let me click the surge protector on. Click this on. Alright, going live in 3, 2, 1. No startup sound from the S-223, note. Listen to that sound. The beautiful sound of the S-223. It's much nicer. Besides that rattle. Oh, went away. Never mind. This is my favorite part about box fans, is Lakewood first gens and second gens when they're on low. I just love that sound. Alright, thank you for your performance, S-223. Let's take a look at the spin down. Let's note this. Alright, wow. You know, as much as spin downs that are super long are really nice, I don't like longer spin downs. It's nice to know that's a healthy thing, but I mean, especially when you're recording, like I don't want to sit here and stare at a fan blade slowing down, you know what I mean? Moving on to the Sears fan. Yeah, let's talk about this lowness here. Startup sound. As you can already see, it's getting a little louder. Not as loud as, I mean, not as quiet as the S-223, but it's still got its share of being loud. It's still pretty quiet though. But S-223 is quieter. Alright, let's go. If you just listen back to the audio, you could just hear that the S-223 is much quieter. Because of the... It's not really the fan's fault, it's mostly Lasco because they're stupid and decide to want their thin blades. Which I think every fan company in their lifetime had big blades. Oh, by the way, did you know that I just found this out today. I was doing some research on what happened to Lakewood. And apparently Lakewood in 2002 sued Lasco for some motor thing. Isn't that weird? Because these two companies did not like each other. And that's why if you look at some of the differences, like... This is on, like, the left side, and you can see it says high, medium, and low. Over here, it's on the right side, and it's HML. Isn't that weird? It's on the right side. That's on the left side. Another thing is, they never use the same motor company at all. They never use a similar blade design at all. Like, anything. Like, they just so opposite. It wasn't even funny. Like, Lasco never had paint jobs. They always use white or gray. Lakewood, terracotta orange in your face. And also other colors like cream and ivory, avocado green, baby blue, blue, and some people call it robin egg blue, but who cares? So yeah, they use a lot of colors. Yeah, so. Anyway, I like both companies. I like Lakewood a little more because I like the variety of their fans versus Lasco, but that doesn't mean I don't like Lasco or anything. Nothing against them. So in the end, which fan is the best? To be honest, I don't really know. They both have 3 pros and 3 cons, and they're both really good fans. It's all depending on you. What do you decide? Which fan do you think is better? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And also leave a like. Because these fans are sad. They're not getting popular like the other fans on YouTube, so yeah. See you guys in the next one. Bye.